Measurement, assessment, and evaluation in education. Measurement. Measurement is the process of quantifying the degree to which someone or something possesses a trait, i.e., quality, characteristic, or feature. Measurement permits more objective description, connecting traits, and facilitates comparisons. Thus, instead of saying that A is underweight for her age and height, we can say that A is 16 years old, 5.8 feet tall, and weighs only 85 pounds. Further, instead of saying that A is more intelligent than B, we can say that A has a measured IQ of 125 and B has a measured IQ of 88. In each case, the numerical statement is more precise, more objective, and less open to interpretation than the corresponding verbal statement. The term measurement is not a synonymous with the administration of a paper pencil test. Data may also be collected by processes such as observation and analysis and rating of a product, such as science project. In many cases, however, some combination of standardized and or self-developed test is required. The word test is not necessarily a written test of questions to which an individual responds in order to determine whether he or she passes. A more inclusive definition of a test is a means of measuring the knowledge, skills, feelings, intelligence, or aptitude of an individual or group. Assessment. Assessment is a process by which information is obtained relative to some known objective or goal. It is a broader term and includes measurements and testing also. It focuses on learning, teaching, and outcomes. It provides information for improving learning and teaching. Assessment is an interactive process between students and teachers that informs teachers how well their students are learning what they are teaching. The information is used by teachers to make changes in the learning environment and is shared with students to assist them in improving their learning and study habits. This information is learner centered, course based, frequently anonymous, and not graded. Whether implicit or explicit, assessment is most usefully connected to some goal or objective for which the assessment is designed. Evaluation. Evaluation is perhaps the most complex and least understood of the terms. From an instructional point of view, evaluation may be defined as a systematic process of determining the extent to which instructional objectives are achieved by the pupils. There are two important aspects of this definition. First, note that evaluation implies a systematic process which omits casual, uncontrolled observation of pupils. Second, evaluation always assumes that instructional objectives have been previously identified. This definition indicates that evaluation is a much more comprehensive and inclusive term, including measurement, testing, and assessment with some other processes of making comparison. Its results enable us to make decisions for changes. For example, change of course outline or materials. Evaluation includes both qualitative and quantitative description of pupil behavior plus value judgments concerning the desirability of that behavior. Measurement is limited to quantitative description of pupil behavior. It does not include qualitative description, nor does it imply judgment concerning the worth or value of the behavior measured. Generally, any evaluation process requires information about the situation in question. A situation is an umbrella term that takes into account such ideas as objectives, goals, standards, procedures, and so on. When we evaluate, we are saying that the process will yield information regarding the worthiness, appropriateness, goodness, validity, legality, etc. of something for which a reliable measurement or assessment has been made. We evaluate every day. Teachers, in particular, are constantly evaluating students. And such evaluations are usually done in the context of comparisons between what was intended, learning, progress, behavior, and what was obtained. When used in a learning objective, the definition provided on the ad prima side. For the behavioral verb evaluate is to classify objects, situations, people, conditions, etc. according to defined criteria of quality. Indication of quality must be given in the defined criteria of each class category. Evaluation differs from general classification only in this respect. The main emphasis on classroom evaluation is on the extent to which learning outcomes are achieved. How much more accurately and quickly can a pupil do multiplication problems? How much greater is his understanding of the number system? Has he made any improvement in using his time effectively? If so, how much? Is his handwriting more legible? If so, how much more? These questions are typical of those which we must be prepared to ask ourselves and to answer about each of our pupils. A variety of methods are therefore necessary, and a sound evaluation program will include both measurement and non-measurement techniques, each to be used as appropriate. Evaluation plays an important role in many facets of the school's program. It contributes directly to the teaching learning process used in classroom instruction, and it is useful in program instruction, curriculum development, marking and reporting, guidance and counseling, and school administration. It is important to clarify the distinction between evaluation and assessment. These terms are often used interchangeably, but they are technically different. Assessment of an individual student's progress or achievement is an important component of evaluation. It is that part of evaluation that includes the measurement and analysis of information about student learning. For example, the primary focus of assessment in teaching English language has been language assessment and the role of tests in assessing students' language skills. Evaluation goes beyond student achievement and language assessment to consider all aspects of teaching and learning and to look at how educational decisions can be made by the results of alternative forms of assessment and evaluation. Assessment versus evaluation. Depending on the authority or dictionary consulted, assessment and evaluation may be treated as synonyms or as distinctly different concepts. As noted above, if a distinction exists, it probably involves what is being measured and why and how the measurements are made. In terms of what, it is often said that we assess students and we evaluate instruction. We assess students and we evaluate instruction. This distinction derives from the use of evaluation research methods to make judgments about the worth of educational activities. Moreover, it emphasizes an individual focus of assessment, i.e., using information to help identify a learner's needs and document his or her progress towards meeting goals. To sum up, we measure distance, we assess learning, and evaluate results in terms of some set of criteria. To sum up, we measure distance, we assess learning, and evaluate results in terms of some set of criteria. These three terms are certainly share some common attributes, but it is useful to think of them as separate but connected ideas and processes. Assessment versus measurement versus evaluation. Assessment. Assignment of numbers, quantity. Uses variety of instrument, test, rating scale. It is the process of obtaining numerical description of the degree of individual possesses. Assessment. Sorry, it is measurement. Measurement is assignment of numbers, quantity, uses variety of instrument, test, rating and scale. It is the process of obtaining numerical description of the degree of individual possesses. It is measurement, not assessment. Assessment is process of collecting, reviewing and using data for the purpose of improvement in the current performance. Diagnostic in nature as it tends to identify areas of improvement. Provides feedback on performance and ways to enhance performance in future. The purpose of assessment is formative, i.e., to increase quality. The feedback is based on observation and positive and negative points. The relationship between assessor and assessee is reflective, i.e., the criteria are defined internally. Evaluation. What is evaluation? Process of passing judgment on the basis of defined criteria and evidence is evaluation. Judgmental because it aims at providing an overall grade. Ascertains whether the standards are met or not. Evaluation is all about judging quality, therefore, the purpose is summative. The feedback relies on the level of quality as per set standard. The evaluator and evaluatee share a perspective relationship wherein the standards are imposed externally.